Welcome back, everybody, to the land of mini excavators, endless pits of mud, a 980B wheel loader, and random 10x10s. But today isn't about any of those things. Today, we're gonna be going through the shop, catching up on projects, and I gave Bomba a very critical mission. And that mission was to rebuild his very first engine for the shop. Let's go check it out. So about a month ago, Bomba keeps pestering me about rebuilding engines. You keep saying that you want to rebuild all of our engines here at the shop. So what I decided to do was do a little trial period. I had a 3304 DI engine out of a 525 skidder, pretty simple mechanical engine. I thought would be the perfect test to see if Bomba truly has the skills to get this done. And so far, I am nothing but impressed with his work on this little engine. And we're actually gonna be firing it up here pretty soon. So Bomba, let's go over your 3304 that you've rebuilt. What have you replaced in this engine, and how much work have you done to it?
Maybe one day, if you're done. Maybe we can run tomorrow.
So it's a 3304 DI engine. So by DI, I mean direct injected. So you have these pencil injectors. It's a real late direct injected engine, and this will work in a bunch of different applications. So it'll work in skidders, motor graders, little dozers. It's basically the littlest engine of Cat's bigger lineup. So it's a 3300 series, which they've made 3304s, 3306s. Super popular engine, but they're actually really hard to find parts for nowadays. And I figured this would be the perfect test because it's a fairly simple engine. So it's got a mechanical fuel pump, which you actually rebuilt the fuel pump on this too, right?
Yes. There's the oil seal, and the gasket too.
So this is what I'm kind of nervous about, is if you don't know what you're doing, that thing can go full fuel and full rack and have a full-blown runaway. But it seems to be working. You can kind of hear it in there. The rack seems to be moving backwards and forwards. All taken apart and rebuilt. Yeah, it shuts off fully too. Brand new head. It's got brand new pistons, machine block. This should be, oh yeah, new liners. It should be a great engine. So we went through the bottom. You can see all the brand new gaskets. New oil pan. Coolers have been gone through. Now, I don't think we're gonna have it fired up in this video, but we'll have it probably fired up by Friday, so make sure you stay tuned for probably the next video. We're gonna run test this thing and see if it survives. I'm gonna hook up all of our oil pressure gauges to it, our water temperature gauges. We're gonna be monitoring this thing the whole time it's running and make sure this thing survives. We're also going to cut the oil filters open at the end of the run. We're gonna run it for probably 2 or 3 hours, and then once we shut it down, cut all the oil filters open and make sure it's healthy. From the work that I've been seeing though, this thing is gonna be top notch, and then I'll have a lot more trust in the abilities of him to rebuild bigger engines so we can start working on C15, C18s, 3412s, way bigger engines than this, but this is the perfect trial run, this little 3304. So now we haven't only been working on engines. Robert over here has been killing it on a set of 14H brakes and tandems. So now tell us a little bit about this. Give us an update on what the heck you've been doing, because I know Bomba's been working hard on that engine for a while.
Yes, so when we were down in Nevada the last time for the 24 brake failure, a customer, I don't know if they had a failure or if they were just doing some maintenance on the machine, but they needed the set of these. So we pulled them off the machine, we brought them back here. I went through pretty much everything from top to bottom. They got all new seals, duocones, bearings, everything's brand new inside of them, and then we set the rolling torque. And then,
now they actually watched that in one of our other videos.
Yes.
Where we set the rolling torque on these brakes.
On these, it's very different, because these, I think these are still, I think they are hydraulic brake, aren't they?
Yep.
Yep. But they don't have the same in and out ports. These ones have a plug here, and then they have a 90 fitting that comes off of the they're not over here. There's lines that go across here, and they bolt to here, and they go under there, and they plug in.
Do you know what the difference is between a 24 and a 14 brake, or a 16 brake, or anything smaller than a 24? Do you know why it only has one port?
One, 'cause 24 has more pressure, so it's return?
Nope.
No? No idea then.
24 brake has the park brake inside of it.
Okay.
These are just service brakes.
Yep.
Those are the service brakes. A smaller than a 24 has the park brake on the back of the transmission.
Okay.
These, yeah, have the park brake on the back of the transmission. 24 has the park brake in the actual individual brakes. That's why there's 2 ports on a 24 and 1 on a smaller machine.
Gotcha.
There's the answer.
There's the answer. So I did go through, I air checked all of these, and they all air checked good. They all opened and closed as they should. Yeah, setting the rolling torque on these is a lot different than the 24
You don't
ones.
have to juice them.
No, you don't have to juice these, and all you're doing is setting the shim. So you're just setting how much, or the backlash is on the gear, the preload on the bearing, which is a lot easier. So, yeah.
Now, I know people have been asking for an update on the MTVR we have here. This project escalated quite quickly. So we started with just a water leak, and it escalated into something a whole lot more. So we started with pulling this oil filter housing off when the actual water leak was this little boot right here. Well, it just so happens that this truck is fairly rusty, and I think it may have came from close to the ocean or something like that. So when we pulled the oil cooler off, you have to pull the turbo off to get to the oil cooler. When we pulled the turbo off, we broke all the studs out of it because there's just no way else to get them out. So we actually ended up pulling off the entire exhaust manifold, sending that to the machine shop. Luckily, we did not break any of the bolts in the manifold, like into the head. So we were really lucky there. We ordered all new studs for it. We're supposed to be getting the new manifold back that's been all machined and ready to go. And then we can go reassemble the MTVR back together and finally get it out of the shop, which that's gonna be very exciting to have it out of the shop here. We got all new gaskets for it as well. So we got all new exhaust gaskets for it. The manifold's gonna be in good shape. All of the seals have been redone in here. It has a brand new oil filter housing on it now as well. There's not a whole bunch of work left to do, but it's just been kind of slow going because we've been working on other projects. But we're eventually gonna be getting the MTVR out of the shop. Now I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with this D11R engine. After inspecting all those ports in here and finding out how bad of a catastrophic failure this thing had, I'm pretty sure we're just gonna be robbing this thing for parts. We're gonna take the oil pans off it, take the starters off it, we're gonna take the front and rear covers, the top of it, we're gonna take the turbos off of it, injectors, basically anything we can save off of this 3508 that's possible to be saved. We're gonna pull it off, and then I think we're gonna scrap the block and scrap the crank. And then finally get that thing out of the shop too, because that thing weighs about 14,000 pounds, and we need to get the thing out of the shop. Now, I've been asked repeatedly in the comment section for an update on Bomba's loader. Well, here it is. And it looks pretty much exactly the same. So last you saw it, it was right in this spot. Now we've done some cleaning around the area, kind of picking up some of the random parts and stuff like that. But Bomba is still working on getting the engine rebuilt in this thing. Now, what I will say is the original block in Bomba's engine, it was no good. It has a big long crack right down inside one of the cylinder walls, and that was probably the original issue with this machine. So we've been searching for another 3306 PC cylinder block to try and replace it in this engine. So we kind of screeched to a halt on getting that engine rebuilt, and just no time. So we've been working on that D11 over there. We've been rebuilding those 14 brakes, rebuilding the engine in there, working on the Army truck. We have a whole bunch of things to keep working on, and this has kind of been on the back burner for a little bit. But we will get to it one day, probably pretty soon here when the weather warms up, and we really need to find that 3306 block to basically put all the engine pieces back together inside of it, because the block that he has is junk. And I tried to find him another one that I had laying around here, and that one was bad as well. So kind of a little stuck on that project, but we will be getting it done hopefully here in the next month or so. We'll probably find another block and get Bomba's engine put back together in his 980. So that's pretty much an update for what I've got going on right now. We're pretty much just working really hard in the shop, getting a bunch of projects done, and I just didn't have time to film it all. I've been going to Nevada back and forth. I've been going up to Washington. We've just kind of been running around ragged here for a while, and I haven't really had a ton of time to go and film a bunch of content for you guys, but I'm still trying. So I really wanted to give you guys an update of at least what's happening in the shop, what's going on with Bombas loader, with that engine. Now that's going to be a pretty fun video. It's probably going to come out Friday or Saturday, and we're going to be firing up that engine that Bomba rebuilt, and I'm super excited to see how that works out. Looks like he did a fantastic job on it, and I don't think we're going to have any issues with it whatsoever, but you're going to be along for the ride to see if we do have any issues. I know he was putting the turbo on it earlier. We might be going with an aftercooler or no aftercooled. Just depends on what arrangement number we're still trying to build. So we have a few other parts to put on that engine, but we should have that thing finished up pretty quickly here. Now, we also did those 14H brakes for a really good customer out of Nevada. We rebuilt all 4 brakes. We fixed all the tandems. Now, we also had Bomba's engine for his 980B, and unfortunately, we're still looking for a block for that thing to be able to put the rest of the engine together. We have all the rebuild parts for it. We just need the actual engine block to go ahead and put that thing back together. I also want to mention to you guys, we did get a whole bunch of new merch in on the Iron King website. So if you guys go to ironkingmerch.com, we have a whole bunch of new merchandise on there. And we have a whole bunch of new shirts, and you guys were requesting those 24H shirts. So we have a whole bunch of those on the website now if you guys want to go and pick one of those up. We're also going to be doing a run of high-vis Iron King shirts that are going to be coming out pretty soon. We just haven't got on the website yet. So I really appreciate you guys tagging along, and just bear with me here for a little bit. There's going to be a whole bunch more content coming out very soon. But just as of right now, at this pivotal moment, we don't have anything really. I guess everything's worth filming, but I haven't had time to film every single project because it unfortunately takes 4 times as long to film something and then build the thing at the same time. So we have customers that need these parts out right now, and they cannot wait for us to take 2 extra days to go and film the whole process. So we have the Army truck as well. So we have the MTVR Army truck that we need to get the turbo manifold back on. We need to finish up a couple little small things on that, and then it's going to be pretty much ready to go. I still have a couple tires we need to replace on it. We have the service truck, the blue Ford service truck that we need to get the crane working on, which I'm going to be working on that here pretty soon as well, because I finally got the remote for it. I'm going to be troubleshooting a lot of the wiring on that truck. I think that's pretty much what the issue is with that crane, why it doesn't work, is the PTO won't engage. And I'm 90% sure it has everything to do with how bad the wiring is on that thing. So that's going to be another video coming out pretty soon, as we're going to be fixing the crane on that F750 or F650, whatever it is. We're going to be filming that, getting that thing back up and running. So yeah, just a whole bunch of things going on at the shop right now that we just have to turn and burn and get them out of the shop so we can make some money, so we can afford to keep making videos. So I appreciate you guys tagging along. I'm going to wrap the video up right here. I thank you very much for continuing to follow along here on the channel, and I'll see you very soon.